Although music has some advantages like maybe helping you study or work out, it does have some serious downsides that no one tells you about. People say that if they stop listening to music, they will instantly lead a boring life. Music is very fun to listen to, but that's actually the root of the problem. So what is the issue with music? Music does some interesting things to your brain and thinking, so let's start off with some psychology. The Overjustification Effect. This is a psychological effect that has been shown in experiments and with professional sports players. The moment that sports players get paid to play the sport, they instantly lose interest in that sport. This might be because they think, if I need money to do the sport, then I won't do it without money. On the other hand, if you're always playing with money, then why does it actually matter if you lose motivation or interest? The experiments have actually shown that intrinsic motivation, or doing something for the need of your own sense of achievement, this actually decreases. Extrinsic motivation, which is doing something for money, fame, or achievement, that increases. Why is intrinsic motivation important to music? Let's look into that. If you listen to music while you're doing homework, working out, or just for fun, you're actually decreasing your intrinsic motivation to do other things. In the words of David Goggins, you should not listen to music because you'll be so demotivated without it. But in the situations that you have music all the time and access to it all the time, why would you quit?
They needed to stay motivated. They needed to stay in the fight. They needed to just go in the gym. What do you do when you have no external motivation? It's about the internal. What's that flame inside of you that keeps you going? Let that keep you going, not this. That's how I train my mind, man.
Discipline can be used to do a lot of hard things throughout the day. It also makes everything else you do a lot more fun. Let's check out some science to further prove that music is in fact making your life boring. What is dopamine? Music gives you dopamine. Dopamine gives you pleasure when you expect or do hard things. So let's say you want to go to the gym and you're going to listen to music at the gym. You will get dopamine from just thinking about going to the gym. You also receive dopamine when you're at the gym and listening to music. It makes you slightly happier when you're doing these hard things like working out.
But PJ, why is happiness bad?
The thing about this, it is not actual happiness. The moment you stop listening to music, that happiness goes away. Comparing music to boring activities like studying or working out makes music seem a lot more pleasurable. If you think about it like this, that means that music is making your life boring. So that's not actual science, so let's look into something that you might be able to relate to. You know how when you're a kid and you watch TV, but if you were to watch the same TV shows now, it would be kind of boring. I believe this is from dopamine tolerance. This concept will actually change the way you go about life. I'm sure you've seen videos like these on YouTube. Nobody really talks about dopamine tolerance because it's not a proven thing, but I think that if it wasn't real, nobody would be addicted to anything. The more dopamine you receive from activities like music, the more dopamine you actually need to get to that same state of happiness. Using this knowledge to your advantage, that means that the less music you listen to, it lowers your dopamine tolerance, making every other activity pleasurable. Although this might not convince you, it's not that hard to quit music if you wanted to. Once you quit music, you'll realize how much you don't need it. How do you quit listening to music? You want to start small. I would only listen to my music during workouts. I thought that music was good because it was getting me to the gym, but I realized that I didn't need music to get to the gym because I was already going regardless. That meant that my excuse of needing music to work out was inapplicable. The more that I stopped listening to music when working out, the more fun I actually had when working out. Sounds crazy, but it's true. Another small change I made was changing that music into podcasts. If you drive anywhere, you might find yourself turning on the radio, but you can change this for a podcast as well. I want you to take a second and think about when you listen to music. Whatever you think of, just simply reduce that time. Let's say that you're coming home from school and you listen to music from 2:30 to 3 on the bus ride home. If you don't listen to music for the first 2 minutes of your bus ride every single day, it'll keep lowering that amount to eventually 0. This is definitely not an easy task, but quitting and making a plan to quit is actually the only practical way to quit. After quitting music, you may want to test your discipline by taking some cold showers. Click here to see how easy it is to actually take cold showers. Good luck.